What is going on, guys? Talonz TV coming back at you with a brand new Battlegrounds video. Now today's video we're going to be taking a look at how to get more airdrops and die less. So guys, airdrops are a big thing in Battlegrounds, and it has most of the good guns that you need and you want. You got the in there, you got the Groza, you got the M249, all M24s. I mean, all these guns are really good guns that can totally change the shape of combat and can help you get those wins you really badly need. Now guys, getting drops, of course, is going to be a dangerous thing because everyone wants them and there's not that many per game. I don't know the exact amount, but I'd say it's less than 10, and I think it's around 5 or 6. Now, each drop can contain level 3 armor, drop-specific guns, attachments like suppressors for sniper rifles and assault rifles. They are very important to grab, and they, of course, bring a lot of attention. Now, one of the things I'm going to be talking about in this video is to make sure that you get as many drops as possible with dying as little as possible. Now, of course, I cannot confirm that you're going to get a drop every single time, but I can increase the chances of you getting a drop and surviving. So guys, first up on the list we have something that's very important to before you get drops. Now, you cannot always do this, but it is extremely important if you can do it early on, and that is to grab a car. Now, preferably a WAZ. A WAZ has the most cover. I'm going to be talking about why it's important to have, cover whenever you're getting these drops. Now, the thing about the cars is you're going to want something that can also get close to the drop. If the drop is all the way across the map, it's probably best to go ahead and get in a buggy because those can go a bit quicker. Unless you have to, I recommend not using a bike. Bikes are just a good way to get shot on the way there, and they don't provide much cover even after you get out of it. This is another reason it's important to have a squad mate. If you're playing squads, or your duos member, if you're playing duos, watch that and have a designated driver. A designated driver is going to be the guy, it's going to be his job to get you to the drop and get you some good cover. Now, to get cover at this drop, this is a very big, important, crucial part of this video, and it's a major tactic that I've learned using my driving skills with my teammates, and has saved our lives a lot of times, is once you pull up to that drop, go ahead and use your space bar, which is your handbrake, to drift. Now, you guys might want to practice with this before you go use it on the drop, but drift so you can get good cover protecting you from whichever side you think people are going to be at. The drop itself only provides one angle of cover, while having your car there can provide up to 3, though of course it can't cover all the way around you, but it's still extremely helpful to have. Along with this, be sure that any teammates that you have that are going to jump out of the car on the driver's side, because the driver is going to make sure that whatever side he is going to get out to get the drop on, he's going to jump out and drift that side. That means the people in the passenger seats are going to want to jump out on the same side as him, so they're not risking being shot. Guys, my next tip here is to make sure you are looking at the drop at all points. Keep your eyes on that drop. The second you lose sight on that drop, you are totally blind to maybe new people coming up and looting it, people starting to camp it. As long as you can keep your eyes on that drop, you are pretty much good to make sure no one else is going to ambush you the second it lands. Now, if you guys see a drop and it goes missing behind some trees and then you go to find it, be extra careful and look around, because there could be people camping that drop without you knowing. So guys, before you even jump out of that car, before you drift, before you even stop, you need to make sure that you are looking around the area where there could possibly be enemies. Check along the tree lines, check along windows, anything like that that could possibly kill you, you need to check, because that is the quickest way to get your head taken off your shoulders, is to not check your surrounding areas before you pick up the drop. Now, once that area is clear, that's when you're going to want to move in. Along with this, guys, you need to make sure you're moving around while looting, because if you're not moving around while looting, you're sitting still. That is a good way to get shot in the head, and it will happen extremely quickly. Anything like that, just sitting still, is a good way for a Kark sniper to just take off your head. Also, before you start looting, you also need to make sure that you're aware of what gun you're going to switch out. Now, before you even get to the drop, say you have an M16 and an AKM. You need to know, if you get the M16, or if you get a Kark or a or an M24, a sniper rifle, say you're going to replace the M16 because you want a better assault rifle like the AKM, you need to make sure that you know what you're going to do. Also, I would say it's pretty wise to go ahead and drop the attachments off that gun, that way in case you want to use some of those attachments on the new gun you get. If you're playing with duos or squad, it's probably best to go ahead and the driver takes the gun, or whatever he wants to take first, have him loot it first, because it's important that the driver gets it first, because he's going to be the first one to jump out, because he's going to know when he's going to stop. He's going to be the first one almost always, so make sure he is the one looting originally. Make sure he grabs everything he wants, and then he can drop armor or the gun, depending on what he wants, to the rest of his teammates. So if he's playing in duos, go ahead and have the driver take the gun, have the other people take the armor, vice versa, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you're splitting up the loot so both of you guys have an advantage, instead of just one teammate being really powerful and one teammate being really weak. So guys, the last thing, and one of the most important things, is getting out with the loot alive. Now, The second you grab that loot and you drop it to your teammates, you need to get out of there. Even though you might have good guns now, there's going to be people still around you, and they're going to have a better advantage because of the fact where the drop generally lands in fields, meaning you're not going to have much cover. Even if you did the car trick and you have cover with the car, you still could be shot from anywhere else. So get out of there. Now make sure before you jump in the car, don't go straight to the driver's seat. Go to a passenger seat and hit Control 1 to move to the driver's seat, because snipers have this habit of watching the windshield, waiting for someone to get in the car, and then shooting them right in the noggin. So make sure you guys are doing that, and that is pretty much all I have for this video, guys. Be sure to leave a comment telling me what you wanted me to do next. I am so happy I got this video done. I've been trying to do this for so long, so thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, whatever you guys want to do, and I'll see you on the battlegrounds.